Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to crack a mystery I hear from my clients all the time. Why do I feel completely wiped out after work, even on days that aren't that bad? You didn't fight a fire, you didn't have a shouting match, but by 6 p.m. you feel like you've been hit by a truck. Stress, yes. Too many deliverables, sure. But also, this is about energy, emotional energy, maybe even resilience or adjustment. And today, we're going to dig into why certain personalities feel this drain more than others. So, let's talk about what's really draining your energy at work and what to do about it. All right, so let's get started. Let's start with this. You might not be burned out because of your tasks. You're burned out from the performance, being the calm one, the reliable one, the one who listens without reacting. That is emotional labor. And if you're someone who tends to hold it all in, then you spend the day absorbing chaos, managing your facade, managing other people's reactions, and never showing cracks. That's exhaustion. Or maybe you hold the team together. You keep things organized. You jump in to fix it no matter who broke it. And you feel like you can't afford to break down because the whole thing would collapse. That kind of control, that level of over functioning takes a toll. When your brain is constantly scanning for what might go wrong, who might implode, or how to say something just right so no one flips out, that's not being productive. That's surviving. And survival mode burns through energy faster than anything. I mentioned in my last video right here that I love debriefing on the Hogan personality assessment. I am certified in this assessment, and I debrief on these reports a lot with my clients. And one of the scales for the personality report is called adjustment. With a high adjustment score, people can work in chaotic environments. They are unaffected by chaotic environments and heavy workloads. They are calm and confident in stressful circumstances, very confident. With a lower score, on the other hand, these people are more likely to hold on to stress, work with intensity, and internalize frustrations or setbacks. And anywhere where someone internalizes too much stimulation can become very problematic. Ask me how I know. I am low on the adjustment scale. I want to say something clearly. It is not your job to emotionally regulate the entire team. And while you're sitting there saying, I don't do that, you might also think about how much you might actually be doing that. Let me say that again. It's not your job to emotionally regulate everyone around you. But if you grew up being the fixer, the peacemaker, the one who could read the room and step in before things exploded, then you've been practicing this role since childhood. And now you're playing it at work without realizing how much it's costing you. Here's what that might look like. You're the one people vent to. You downplay your own stress to keep others calm. You're praised for being unshakable, but no one checks on you. And inside your head, you're processing a lot of stimulation all day long. This shows up a lot with high performers, especially women in their 30s and 40s working in high pressure, highly political environments. You're taught to be emotionally resilient, but no one teaches you how to recover. The result? You look fine, you sound fine, but inside, you're completely spent. Let's talk about the energy leaks. These are small things that feel like nothing in the moment, but they add up like a running faucet. Replaying a conversation over and over in your head. Writing a draft reply to a snarky email, but never sending it. Having imaginary arguments in the shower. Holding your tongue in meetings and feeling it simmer for hours. Feeling guilty for saying no, even when you have every right to. These are emotional taxations. And just like real taxes, they show up whether or not you're prepared for them. If you feel more tired after a smooth day than after a busy one, it might be because you're doing too much emotional management in silence. So, what can you do? Number one, do a 7-day energy audit. Each day, jot down what drained you the most. Was it a conversation, a task, a specific person? You'll start to see patterns. One client of mine realized one Slack thread was responsible for 80% of her daily stress. Number two, set boundaries without a big announcement. You don't need to make it dramatic, just change your behavior. Don't respond to DMs after 6 p.m. Block time on your calendar for focused work. Use phrases like, I'll follow up on that tomorrow, instead of responding in the moment. Number three, recalibrate what recovery actually means. Scrolling isn't recovery. Multitasking while watching Netflix isn't recovery. Recovery is quiet, it's simple, it's something that brings you back to yourself, not just numbs the noise. Try sitting in silence for 5 minutes. Super hard. Journaling. Take it out of your head and put it somewhere else. It really feels good. A solo walk. No podcast. Listen for birds or rustling leaves in trees. Calling a friend who gets it. A very good option. For my friends watching this, love ya. 4. Create a comeback ritual. This is your 10-minute reset when you get home or log off. Light a candle. Change your clothes. Play a song. Say one sentence out loud. That's enough for today. It sounds small, but it marks a boundary between their chaos and your peace. I do all of these things, by the way. I got in the habit of changing clothes a long time ago, and it immediately changes my mood. And sometimes when my dog would get into a tussle with another dog, I'd bring him home and I'd say, that's okay, Augie. Tomorrow is another day. Here's the thing, and remember this. You're operating at a high emotional cost in a system that rewards people for looking fine while falling apart. You're allowed to protect your energy, you're allowed to recover, and you're allowed to be the strong one without being the silent one. That's what this channel is really all about, how to speak up without losing yourself. Release the pressure, walk away from the overwhelm and burnout. All right, so that's it for my video on what to do when you feel drained after work. If this resonated, let me know in the comments below. What drains you the most at work? What helps you reset? Let's make sure nobody goes home feeling invisible after holding it all together all day. And if you want leadership advice that's grounded in real life resilience, check out my newsletter, The Executive Edge, or join my private LinkedIn group, Leadership Lunch Break. I've linked everything in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.